Welcome to Glories of Belief, where today we engage in a profound reflection on the implicit, mutashabihat verses of the Quran. As we navigate the depths of human emotion and sensation, we encounter the divine wisdom that speaks to the very core of our being. In our last session, we reached a pivotal understanding. The human self is constrained by its own experiences. It cannot comprehend a thing it hasn't seen, or a feeling it hasn't felt before, as these do not exist in its repository of memories. Now, we tread into the realm of these experiences, questioning whether words can ever truly capture the essence of our feelings and emotions. Consider wrath, a fiery emotion that ignites within us. To articulate it, we might say, "His rudeness made me lose my head. I became mad. I was all ablaze." Or sorrow, a deep melancholy that might be expressed as, "The news broke my heart. It gave me a big blow." And love, that tender affection a child refers to as something that pinches the heart, echoing the poet Shefta's sentiment of a heart set aflame by passion. Daily, we encounter a spectrum of sensations: heat and cold, sweetness and bitterness, elation and despondency. Yet, can we genuinely describe them accurately in words? The reality is stark. We cannot. Words falter, often falling into a borrowed sense, as madness doesn't imply lunacy, nor does a broken heart signify physical rupture. This limitation in language points to a profound truth. The main mission of religion is the purification of the human self, an endeavor that is central to the Quran's message. This mission surpasses the mere act of prayer. Contrary to what some may believe, the Quran explicitly states this through the divine purpose of prophethood, aiming for the purification of the self rather than ritualistic worship. As evidenced in Surah Baqarah, "We have sent among you a messenger of your own, who recites our revelations to you, purifies you, and teaches you the book and wisdom, and teaches you what you did not know." Surah Al-Baqarah 151, and reiterated in Surah Juma, "It is He who has raised among the unlettered people a messenger from among themselves, who recites His revelations to them, and purifies them, and teaches them the book and wisdom, for they had formerly been misguided." Surah Al-Jumu'ah 2. The question then arises, what is purification? It is the act of removing impurities, a process essential to spiritual growth that is emphasized in the Quran, which regards polytheists with spiritual impurity, as declared in the Quran. O believers, indeed the polytheists are impure. Surah At-Tawbah 28. Here in this verse, the Quran deems polytheists as impure, a statement that jurists interpret to mean two types of impurity, evident and hidden. Transitioning from polytheism to monotheism cleanses the evident impurity, but the journey towards purifying hidden impurities is an internal one. These inner impurities are concepts well established in both the Quran and Hadith. They refer to the vices of lust and greed, shunned by over 30 Quranic verses. However, when a particular interpretation of a word becomes ingrained, the willingness to seek its true meaning diminishes, leaving us blind and deaf to deeper truths, as the Quran warns. This stubbornness in perspective renders us spiritually blind and deaf, much like the individuals depicted in the Quran. Indeed, we have destined many jinn and humans for hell. They have hearts with which they do not understand, eyes with which they do not see, and ears with which they do not hear. They are like cattle, nay, even more astray. They are the heedless. Surah Al-Araf 179. Accepting that Islam's mission is the purification of the self opens us to divine guidance. It requires the full attention of our intellect and emotions, for only then can we begin to understand the human self, a subject the Quran elaborates in detail. As we conclude, let us embrace this understanding as a cornerstone of faith. Join us as we continue to decode the implicit verses of the Quran, seeking a deeper connection with our emotions, ourself, and ultimately with the divine wisdom that purifies and guides us. Thank you for being part of this spiritual odyssey through the glories of belief. Our quest is far from over. It's an ongoing pursuit to unearth the treasures hidden within the words of the Quran and within ourselves.